Hey everyone, welcome to the Sanctum. This is Ale. So today we're going to do a pick a card reading to choose from. And today is what makes a good soulmate for me. That's right, what makes a good soulmate for me. So the question is we always talk about what's your soulmate like, or when am I going to meet them, or what's stopping you from meeting them. But you know what? What makes a good soulmate? What makes a person for you to be able to be with? Now, the reason why I wanted to do this is a lot of times people have a tendency to want to know what they look like, what to look for, but they never consider what really is the best thing, or best kind of soulmate for themselves to have. Is it somebody who's going to take care of them? Is it somebody who's going to be their equal? Because a lot of times we don't personally take the time in depth to look into what we really truly need. And it is probably the thing we really need to do the most. So what I wanted to do with this reading is I really wanted to take that time. I wanted to go into the concept of what is the soulmate like? What can they, what is the best type of soulmate to have for me personally? Because soulmates are so subjective, but at the same time too, we have such a idealized concept about them. I thought maybe this way we could actually kind of be a little bit less idealized, a little bit more realistic on the prospects of what we're actually looking for. So one thing I also want to go over too, and this is something that a few different YouTubers talk about and do fairly well, and it's something that I want to talk about because different people have different belief systems or different concepts of, and some of them overlap and some of them are the same, is in regards to about love, soulmates, twin mates, twin flames, heart mates, things of that nature. So I'm going to do a video that'll be out shortly regarding those concepts. What makes them different, what makes them similar, because a lot of times people who fall into our life that we think may be a soulmate may actually be a twin flame, could be actually a heartmate, somebody who basically loves us unconditionally, loves us for who we are, will also be part of our life for a long time, but isn't somebody we're meant to be with fully. They are basically part of our soul tribe, and they're there to get us to learn our next thing that we need to learn in this life, or next part of the complete ourselves, that aspect we need to work on, so we can be one step closer to who our soulmate is, to who our, to be able to understand when we meet our twin flame. So those are the things that I want to go into when I get to that video, but I wanted to reflect on that portion. So there will be times that you will hear me be specific on a certain term, and I wanted to just pause a second and let you know that. So I want you to pick. You can have green goldstone. Isn't it pretty? I have two of these, by the way, and I love them. Astrophyllite. This is such a big stone, and I love it. Oh my god. Iolite, which is so pretty. I have never had a big piece of iolite before like this. I have a gemstone iolite, but you guys can't touch it. No. And then hematite, and I actually have a magnetic hematite, which is right here where it's usually connected to. So what I want you to do is, you can pick by gemstone, you can pick by deck. The idea here is just focus on the concept of, what do I need in a soulmate? What is the things that I need most when it comes to a soulmate? What do I need in a partner? What would make me happy? What would be the best for me? And then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to give you a minute to focus and concentrate. So again, astrophyllite, green goldstone, iolite, and hematite. So just want you to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. You can place your hand over each. Feel the energy. Take a minute. And then we'll begin. All right, welcome aboard, everybody. So for those of you that picked iolite, we are going to go first. So perfect. Iolite, my friend. So let's see what is in store for you guys. For what kind of soulmate what kind of soulmate are you looking for? Yeah. Oh, so why am I not surprised, people? Why? So I'm looking at your cards and I'm giggling, and the reason why I'm giggling, when I show you your cards, you are going to start there and laugh, okay? So the decks that we're using today, just so you know, is the Mermaids and Dolphin deck by Doreen Virtue, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue, Life Purpose deck, Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, the Karma cards as well. Those are by Monty Farber. The Simple Tarot by Angie Green, and I may end up tossing in there a couple more cards, either by tarot, or I may end up doing another deck in generalize, maybe even my crystal reading cards by Richelle Charter. We'll see. Depends on how it goes. So let's take a look and see what we have here for us. So first thing is that what you're looking for in a soulmate is a mover, somebody who can move your heart and soul, somebody who has the ability to not only be active on a physical level, but has the ability to move you spiritually and emotionally. They're also very playful, just like the dolphins know the joy of playing. We also know that manifestation and playing also makes miracles happen. So he's somebody who makes things happen and is very creative. Now, we also know that he is like an emperor. He's a leader. He is very strategic in the way that he deals with things. So he may be slightly older than you. He may also be somebody who bears a very active energy. We're talking about that he is somebody who is a go-to guy. He's somebody but he's also somebody too who also believes in some introspection. He has been known to pull away and kind of take some alone time. But he's also somebody who believes in schooling. He is that, like you, he does believe in education. He is somebody, in fact, you may actually find out or meet him through an education event of some kind. Weird. Whether it be like you're teaching a class, whether it be like a creativity class or some kind of a education event in the area, you might end up meeting each other. The other thing is that information wise is that you may find that he may be have either a Gemini or a Leo type energy, whether it be he is either Leo or Gemini rising, sun, ascendant, or moon in Leo or Gemini. But you're also going to find out that he is very big in communicating. He is also very creative wise. He does talk well. But we do know that you are calling to your soulmate on some level, and he is trying to respond to you. That is one of the things that with you wanting your soulmate and wanting to know what he is like, that he is coming for you. Now I'm going to pull a tarot card. He is also somebody who is not afraid of being part of working not only towards his goals, but he is also somebody who's not afraid for standing up for what is right. So that is really good to see. And most people would think of him as a master of his craft. So also important. So basically for you guys, you are seeing somebody who is a physical person. He is a mover and a shaker. He is in charge. You are looking for somebody who is a leader type. He is not necessarily, he may be older, he may be your age, maybe a few years older, but he's also introspective at times. So he's not always bossy. Whenever see the Emperor card, I always think of a bossy guy, but he's not. But not all emperors are bossy. Some of them are just very good at their jobs. Think of him more like Tony Stark, or like Captain America in that realm. That they have that natural leadership quality to them. But at the same time, too, they also have that ability to hang back and isolate themselves and to think. And that also calls to you. It's something that you appreciate, that they have their leadership skills, that they have the ability to communicate clearly, that they, like you, neither want to have their soulmate, that they are willing to do what is right and call things out that need to be done. They are considered a master of their job, that schooling is important to them, and in fact that may be where you might actually meet them at. And they're also considered a builder of relationships, a builder of events, so for their work. So that may be another thing to think about, of how and where you may actually end up meeting them, because it's something that you require them to be able to do, is to be able to build relationships, to be able to build beyond what they currently are, to be able to expand that. So there you go. All right, I like. Not bad. All right, and thank you very much for that. All right, perfect. So we're going to go to the next one. And that's going to be Astrophyllite. Astrophyllite, thank you so much for being here. And we're going to take this time and take a look at what you need in a soulmate. Okay. Okay, perfect. This is actually an intriguing one, but I'm not surprised something like this ever came up before. All right, so let's talk about your soulmate and what this comes up for. So for Astrophyllite, and by the way, Astrophyllite's actually really good for psychic abilities, psychic issues, and also for deep healing. So, which is actually kind of on par for this course. So hey, so first thing is that you're requiring in your soulmate is that not having to have control issues, so letting go of control issues, being able to share being in control, that even though you may or may not get along with your parent, your father, that he understands that role. He or she, your soulmate, would understand that of those issues that you may have, and be able to help you heal from them as well. And even though they may have their own parental issue, that they would also rely on you for that purpose. And in fact, it's funny because one of the things that came up is that they would be insightful, that they would be about fairness, that they would be receptive to the information that you would provide, but that they were also would be about breaking bondage. They would be breaking the chains of whatever has held you back or held them back, and that's something you require. Something that is that if that they don't have problems stepping out of bounds that have held them back before, that they've shown that they aren't always tempted by things that would hold others down. You don't mind somebody who's a daydreamer as long as they can make decisions, because you yourself like to dream and like to think big, but you're also able to make those decisions that you do. You are showing that you are looking for somebody who is more of a Taurus or an Aquarius energy. One, because that you're looking for a practicality, you're looking for somebody who has the ability to who might be a little bit eccentric, a little bit more experimental at times, but also at the same time has a base practicality that still has resources, who has a actual way of being able to think and do and conquer. In fact, in some ways, they're a healer, whether it be that they're actually in the medical profession or a psychiatric profession, but that you've found that what you need is somebody who's going to be able to be your healer in a way, and be the one that's going to be by your side as you conquer stuff from your past and conquer stuff that may happen, and yet at the same time too allow you to do it on your own as much as possible, but be there at your side when you do need their help, which is interesting to see that. So they're also going to help with you dwelling on the past at times, and they're going to urge you to create new ideas. In fact, they are an idea person. They are somebody who loves to come up with new ideas, things for you guys to do together. It's something that really encourages them a lot for that purpose. And they also believe in resting, that when you have dealt with so much things that, and you have your soulmate type is that you need is somebody who also understands that when you've accomplished so much, when you've dealt with so much, occasionally a good rest, stepping back from everybody else is important, and that is what they're encouraging you to do as well, and that's something that you really truly appreciate about them. So not too bad. Way to go there, Astrophyllite. All right, so let's go green goldstone. So green goldstone, let's see what you're looking for in a soulmate. Okay. Huh. Okay. This makes perfect sense, actually. So first off, you're looking for somebody who is hardworking, but has a lot of patience. So you're looking for that energetic person who's willing to keep up with you, because you do believe in that. You believe in somebody who has leadership skills, who's not afraid of children. Whether it is that you already have children, or whether they're little or adults, you want somebody who doesn't mind being around kids because that's part of your life. You believe in change. You want somebody who also believes in change as part of a way of life, that isn't afraid of spreading their wings to do stuff, who believes that the worst is over and you can only go up. Which is interesting that came up, because the other thing that came up is that they do believe in intuition. That for them and for you, that success and growth is just a little bit away. The energies that I'm showing is the fact of Capricorn and Aries. So we're looking in on dedication, focusing, and the ability to have willpower to do it, to get things done. That occasionally they might get a little bit hard-headed to do things their way only, but at the same time too, because of their leadership skills, occasionally they do know to step back and allow you to do what you need to do, which is actually kind of nice. And they also believe in the art of flowers, letting flowers speak for them, because sometimes they're not sure that they have the right words to talk to you with. So yeah, that's what you're looking for. Somebody who has the ability to lead, that likes kids, that isn't afraid of hard work, believes in change, has willpower to do what needs to be done, has that Aries Capricorn energy that's about focus and dedication and growth and change, that isn't afraid about using their intuition for things on occasion, who understands that when you hit rock bottom, you have to go up, you have to figure out what that change is going to be, who also believes in a little bit of romance, the art of flowers, that every flower has a meaning, that has a desire to it. So that's actually an interesting aspect. So congratulations, Green Goldstone. That's actually a unique and wonderful reading for you. So Hematite, we come to thee. So let's talk about what you're looking for in a soulmate. And interesting. Okay, perfect. So the big thing about when you're looking for a soulmate is that you have a tendency to pay attention to red flags a lot. You also believe in the art of compromise, especially when things seem to be going nowhere, and you want him to be able to compromise too, because compromise is a two-way street, it's not a one-way street. You also believe that victory is something shared. It is something that you both get when you both give in and when you both compromise. You also believe in love and light. That is something in regards to your purposes that you truly think that your soulmate needs to have. You also believe that they need to be a seeker. They need to be able to look beyond the what's really there, what's there, and look beyond and see what they can do. You also want somebody who is about the positivity, the affirmation part, the ability of manifesting what needs to be done in regards to that. Now they are going to be Scorpio and Sagittarius energy, so we're looking at people who have the ability to control situations, who believe in power beyond what we can see. They also have insights to things of that nature. They also don't mind holding up their ideals, the rules of such, because they believe that light and love does rule the day. They also believe in transformation and change, and they believe in rebirth. They also believe that love is key to everything that they do, which is something that you are looking for in your life, and you are looking for in regards to your soulmate. You also believe that it's going to be around a career change that you may or may not find your soulmate. They may be changing careers, you may be changing careers, or it may be a friend who's changing careers and you're supporting them, and that's how you meet them. So that's what you're looking at, Hematite. You're looking at somebody who you may be actually paying attention to red flags of somebody else, somebody who kind of makes you remember that you have to work on compromise, and that's what brings them into your life. Near a career change, that believes in the power of affirmations, who is about light and love, who believes that victory is won for both of you by working together, not apart, who believes in rebirth, who believes in change, who believes in love, who is the power of your Sagittarius and Scorpio energy. So we're talking about somebody who truly believes in the power of basically being able to control a situation with their mind, with their intellect. Also, the fact that they do believe in seeking out knowledge, they do believe in light and love, and in the end, that both of you can be victorious together in love, and that is important. So, Hematite, you actually have a truly awesome reading here with that. So, you may have some bumps, but overall, not bad. So, that's the reading of what my soulmate is like. What do I need to look for in a soulmate kind of issue. Now, I wanted to pull a card in regards to the 4 separately, and I wanted to do it after I read for everybody in regards to chakras. And the reason why I wanted to do it this way was that these chakras don't necessarily, the chakras I'm going to pull is going to be for everybody, and there's not going to be this is for this one, this one's for that one. No, this is in general what chakras need to be worked on and why. So this is going to be the interesting part, especially if there's any duplicates. So solar plexus, the crown, the base, and the third eye. Okay, so let's talk. So basically we're going from the base, which deals with sexual nature, which deals with the base, the root of who we are. So we're talking from the deepest portions of us, basically where the Kundalini energy starts. We're talking about we all need, as we're looking for our soulmates, what we expect out of our soulmates, what we expect out of ourselves. We need to look at that energy and truly refine it. See, are we asking too much, too little? If we have unrealistic expectations, and cleanse out the negativity out of there. As we rise through the sacral to the solar plexus, we need at this point, at the solar plexus level, we need to sit there and think to ourselves, so at this point of where I breathe and I take in and I consider who, what, where, when I consider the fact of my life, my protection, the things that I must take into my soul, and the things that I'm looking for in my soulmate. What am I actually doing? What am I actually considering? Because it is below your heart chakra. So you got to remember that this is higher than your base needs, your base sexuality, your sacral area. This is the area where we're looking at meridian wise, it would be like near your digestive system. When you're looking at in regards to the who and the why, regarding who and what you are, we're looking solar plexus wise, we're looking more into the ideas of I can, the fire. We're looking at your adrenal, the pancreas, that whole aspect of I can do this, I can do that. What aren't you doing that you need to be doing to find your soulmate? What are you afraid of? What haven't you faced? So we need to make sure we go to there. Now our third eye chakra. Now, a lot of us haven't opened our third eye. Some of us have and kind of wish we didn't. This is about I see what I need. I know what I love to do, what I need most aspectly to encourage. Those are the things regarding the third eye, the light, the pituitary gland, the the indigo color. These are the things that you need to ask yourself, what do I really see when I look for my soulmate? What am I asking about my soulmate that I'm looking for that is truly appropriate? What am I idealizing? What am I seeing for my soulmate that really, honestly, is more novelesque, idealized than reality? What should I be really truly asking of myself that maybe but that I shouldn't be? Because sometimes when we idealize our soulmate, we put a fracture in, because it's not that we don't expect this prince to rescue us, or a superhero, or anything else, but we also put ourselves even lower. We fracture ourselves, and we drive ourselves deeper into the lowest, that we don't deserve to have our soulmate. So we need to see who we truly are on a reality basis. We need to look deeper and heal that fracture. And then we get to the crown chakra. That is the pineal gland, the element of thought. And it's about knowing. What do you know? What do you expect? Do you ask? Do you realize without a doubt about your soulmate? What can you say without thinking that is absolutely true about your soulmate? And you know that is that no matter what else may change, hair color, eye color, skin color, nationality, ethnicity, location, but you know heart and soul is true about them. Focus on that. That is your link. And build. Build for yourself. Build for them. Build that closeness. So those are the ones you need to look at. The base, the solar plexus, the third eye, the crown. Build towards yourself, build for them, and make sure that when you do so, don't leave out the other chakras, but these are the 4 that you're going to look at and try to balance yourself a lot better, so things don't throw you as much when it comes to love and when it comes to romance and things of that nature. Okay? Until next time, Ben Lithian.